What is up, YouTube? It's Beautiful Linker Joe here, bringing you another deck profile video. This time it's going to be the first ever video of Weiss, and thanks to my good buddy Jimmy, I'm going to still butcher it. Try to pronounce Weiss the right way. Weiss. And again, I probably butchered it. I'm not German, so I'm not even going to try. But that's the best I can do. But yeah, this is going to be my first Weiss deck profile video, and it's going to be on the series Evangelion Rebuild, or Eva for short. And I'm just going to go over what the deck is. It's mostly blue-green, which is Rei and Mari, if you don't know, and if you don't know the anime itself. But if you see me looking down to the corner, I am referring to my list here. I have a sort of outline that I want to keep to. So if you see me pause or look away, that's what I'm doing. This is just basically, you know, another deck profile. And the videos that I want to do in the upcoming future are more deck profiles. I'm going to try and get more videos of me actually playing the game, the decks that I show you in these videos. I am part of a team, Team SF4, or which is short for Soul Fighters 4, which is our Vanguard team that my friend GGI Paladin, who's also filming this, started. I am considerably one of the original 3 that started the group, so I'm going to have my team more involved in some of the future videos that I will be having, and which will be mostly fights of Vanguard or Weiss. Hopefully get a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh in there too. But we are Vanguard focused, so moving on to the actual deck, I'm going to give you a brief history of what's going on with this deck. I went to my friend Danny, who goes to my school. I go to Cal Poly Pomona, and he's sort of my middleman. I said, hey, can you go to Frank & Sons, which is about 10-15 minutes from school, in City of Industry. Can you get me a box of Evangelion? He said, sure, it'll probably be about $70. So I said, sure. He comes back and he said, I bought 4 boxes. I said, wow, whoa, I only asked for 1. He said, well, my friend and I are also going to end up buying making decks. I said, oh, okay, cool. So how much would I owe you? For the 1 box or the collective 4? He says, I will give you option 1 of paying for just the box, or option 2, I make a basic deck for you, and you pay for the deck. I said, okay, I'll just go for option 2, because he's saving me money, he's a good friend, and he's basically helping me out. So the deck itself costs probably less than $30 last time I remember, because no one really wants the set. I like the set because I love the anime and I love the remake movies, and I'm really excited for the part 4, and they are stalling the hell out of it. Anyway, the deck is what he gave me with a little bit of souped up changes of my own, and that's essentially what you're going to see the deck. And we're going to get right into it right now. So, if you can bring the video down to my beautiful mat here, we're going to get right into the deck profile. So, like I said, the deck is mainly blue-green, and we're going to start with the climaxes. There are 8 climaxes in any deck, as you should already know. So the first one here is called, Can You Back Off? Yeah, it's a question mark, so it's like, can you just back off right now? What this one does is, I choose 1 character on my front stage, and it gets plus 2,000 power, plus 1 soul, and then I draw a card. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to keep my climaxes off to the side, because these actually have a combo with a certain character card in the deck. So in order to show you what they do, or explain to what they do, I'm going to keep them off to the side so you can see exactly how to utilize their combos. The second one is for Raise Smile, which is basically give all characters in the front stage plus 1,000 power, plus 1 soul. And it has the book symbol in the corner, which means when it gets checked and put to stock, I draw 1 card. The deck is sort of focused on draw power, and just basically getting through my resources as fast as possible so that I can utilize some of their effects as fast as I can. Again, I'm going to keep triggers off to the side. Next we go into the level zeros. We run 4 Gendo Ikari. just FYI, if I pause at any time in the video, I am trying to recall some of their names. I do have most of their names and their effects memorized, but there are some that I'm still sort of getting used to. Anyway, this is Gendo Ikari. What he does is, for every character with Ayanami in its name, it gets plus 500 power. And then, if it's in the back or anywhere on the field, I can rest him, pay 2 stock, and then draw 1 card. So pretty self-explanatory. And he combos great with this card. I run 4 Smiling Ayanami. So with this in the back stage and this in the center stage, this on my turn becomes 3,000. It's 2,500 base and it's a level 0, cost 0. And then its ability is on my opponent's turn. This gains 2,000 power if Gendo Ikari is on my stage, which means on my opponent's turn this becomes 5,000, which was really hard to run over, and is basically there to wall until I can get to my stronger cards. This game is very much a level 0 rush, very early game. Otherwise, this deck would be really fragile. Next is 4 Ayanami Bandaged. It's your basic level 0 vanilla card, just 3,000 base power, level 0, cost 0. Nothing to explain her about. Next is Mari entry level. I only run 2. I only have 2. A lot of this deck is common and uncommon. This is an R, but it's a really cheap deck. Her is when she is placed from hand to stage, choose 1 character with pilot in its name, or pilot in its character description, and it gets plus 15 until the end of the turn. So it's good for early game rush. And then the last card here are 2 Ritsuko, like I said, I can't remember her name. It's Ritsuko Ikagari or something like that. Anyway, when she's placed on stage, check the top card and place it either on top or bottom. And then her second effect is rest her, choose 1 pilot and or mecha, so that their description can have pilot and or mecha, so one or the other, or both. And then I can give that character plus 1,000. So this combo with Gendo in the back stage is actually not that bad. But that is the level 0 game. Whoops. Moving on to the level 1s. I run 3 Ayanami in her apartment. Her first effect is actually the first climax combo in this game, and she combos with this climax here. When this is played in climax, when she attacks, I can pay 1 stock, and I can choose one of my opponent's level 1 or lower characters and put it at the bottom of the deck. If I so happen to choose the character opposite her on the field, it's still considered a frontal attack, which means if I use the climax on her, the most they will take is 2 damage, not 3, because the slot is empty. Or if the character is still there, they'll probably hit for 1, depending on the trigger that I get. But that is the first climax combo. And her second effect is Hand Encore, which means I'll discard 1 card, and any time that it gets reversed, I can keep it alive. So that is the first level 1 climax combo. I'll take this and move it over here. So now it's no longer in the way. Next is 3 Mari Determined. She is the first card in this deck that has the change ability. And her specific change ability is I pay 2 and at the beginning of my climax phase. By the beginning of the climax phase, I mean before you play your climax card, you activate this effect. So by paying 2, you choose 1 card, a level 2 Beast Mari. Just put this in waiting room, take the Beast Mari from waiting room and place this where that would have been. That's what change is. And again, at the beginning of the climax phase, use the change, switch, and then play your climax card. And I'll show you what Beast Mari looks like and what it does later on. But she is the first one that has the change ability. This deck, before I go any further, has a focus on change and a focus on experience. And I'll get to what experience is when I get to this next card, which is 2 Rei Ayanami. Her effect is when she's placed from hand to stage, and my experience is 2 or more. I pay 2 stock, and I draw 1 card. Now, what experience means is that when you level up in this game, and let's say I have this as my level 1 and that as my level 2 in the middle of the game. If experience is the total level of the characters in my level zone, which means if the total becomes 2 or more, I can activate her effect, pay 2 to draw 1 card. But if this is the case, I cannot use her effect. That is the point of experience. And the deck is reliant sort of on that effect. So in order to utilize that, you need to be smart about which cards to put in your level zone so that you can use these effects. And last for level 1s are 3 counters. Has a really long name, locally specified Evangelion Area 5, something like that. Its first effect is if it is placed on the stage, choose 1 character with pilot and or mecha in its name, give it plus 1000. The second effect, which is what I'm going to be using it for most anything, is its backup counter, which is give 1 level 1 plus 2000 power during the battle by paying 1 stock. Pretty self-explanatory. That is the level 1s. Moving on to level 2s. We have 2, I think his name is Misuko Hyuga. I could be wrong about his first name. I know for a fact his last name is Hyuga. Anyway, when he's placed on field, choose 1 pilot on the field and it gets plus 1000. Level 2 cost 1. It's an easy card to get on the field and it gives something plus 1. So it's another rush card. Next is, now this is the change card. This is what Beast Mari looks like. I only run 2 because I only have 2. And it's a double R, so it's considerably hard to get. But this card is actually really good. Its first effect is if there are 2 or more cards with pilot in its description, it gets plus 1000 power. So it becomes 85 when it hits the field, depending on what you have on the stage. And then its second effect is what you're going to be using it more efficiently for. When its experience is 3 or more, a lot of the deck is 2 or more. She's the only one that's 3 or more. And I already described what experience does, but when her experience is 3 or more, she gets the ability of hand encore, like I said, is discard 1 card, keep her alive when she's reversed. Pretty easy. Next we have 2, like I said, I can't remember all their names, but this is just a basic level 2, cost 2, 9k vanilla beat stick, 2 soul. So as soon as I get the trial deck, which I'm going to hopefully get soon, I'll swap it out for the vanilla that comes in there, which is the level 2 cost 1, just because I want to conserve as much stock as possible, because this deck does have a lot of heavy stock cost. And this one is also a change card, which is Ionomy tasked with defense. This one I know specifically by name. This one also has the same change ability as Mari Determined, but this one changes into the level 3 Ionomy Pledged to protect Shinji. This one, again, the same thing happens at the start of your climax. Pay 2, change into the level 3, and then play your climax. Excuse me, sorry. And then its second effect is I can rest her and then choose 1 character with pilot and or mecha and gain plus 1000. So, and I'll show you what the level 3 looks like later. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory. They both do the same thing. That is, and then the last level 2 is just the level 2 counter. It's pretty self-explanatory since it only has 1 effect. Give a level 2 plus 3 by paying 1 stock. That's it. That's it for level 2s, and I only have 6 level 3s, only because that's all that came in the deck, or the boxes, I should say. I run 2 Mari Hard Fighting. When it's placed from hand to stage, take 1 from the top of my clock and heal it, putting in waiting room. So she is a healer. All the level 3s in this set are healers, which means there is really no downside to the level 3 game in this series. Some are better than others, obviously. Her second effect is a climax combo, which I do not play. But if parents own goal and I don't know, I can't remember. But you pay 3 and you choose one level 1 on your field and put it in the waiting room, and something happens. Again, I'm still working on memorizing their effects, but this one, all it is going to ever do is heal 1 from the top of my clock. That's all I'm ever using it for. And last are the 4 I should say, 4 of the level 3 change cards for the Eonomy level 2. And this one is when it's put from stage either through the change effect, which I described earlier, or from my hand. I take the top card of my clock and heal it and put it in the waiting room. Her second effect is the second climax combo. Well, not so much climax combo, but it combos with this particular climax card. If this card is attacking, you can discard this climax from your hand, give this card and another character on your field plus 3,500 power. So this sort of prevents your opponent from using a counter both on this card and a potentially third or second attack on another card, so that you can get as much damage as possible. That way you can get rid of their characters and do as much damage as possible. So it's a really good late game or early game push, depending on how the game is going. But that is essentially the deck. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoy the series as much as I do. I am going to try and show more Weiss videos in the future. I do have an Excel World deck that I want to show off, but I can't do that when a lot of the deck is literally paper inserts of me writing what the card effect does. So as soon as I get more cards for that, I will put that video up. So before I close, I kind of want to throw this out there. I am selling a playmat only because I want to get rid of it. It's taking up space, and I want to keep this one because I like it so much. But this is a Yu-Gi-Oh mat that I got in the Gold Series 4. It's one of those promo mats that you get with the box. You get this one or the Yu-Gi mat, and I just don't want it. I'll sell it for 5, probably at the least. I'll be willing to work something out with you guys. If you guys want it, comment, and I'll get back to you as much as possible. I'll work out some sort of deal if you guys don't want it. But that's it for now. Yeah, that's it. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Feel free to leave suggestions about how I can make this deck better, and if you guys have any cards for the deck, I'd be willing to talk maybe some sort of deal with you guys. But this is Beautiful Linker Joe signing off for now. Make sure to check out my past videos if you're interested in Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, or any other stuff. I actually do have more Vanguard deck profiles to show you, so let's hope that I can get those out as soon as possible. But Beautiful Linker Joe signing off. Stay beautiful, and remember, stay calm, and henshin no go-go, baby.